Good morning, everyone. It's Cindy in Seattle. How are you this morning? It's Saturday morning. I know I'm dressed up. I hate looking like this on Saturday. I have a photo shoot I have to do today, and then I will be putting those pajamas on. I hadn't been on TikTok in a week. I've had an interesting week. I almost came on right after the CNN town hall, but I was so pissed after listening to the commentating on what was going on with Vice President Harris and the ridiculousness of the criticism of her, and the fact that she is not perfect, or what is the term that they're expecting her to be flawless while the lawless person is running around and there's no media coverage on it. Did you catch that the General Kelly came forward and has warned us all of kind of like impending doom, what will happen if Trump is elected, the concentration camps, like all the things that he's thinking about doing. And then, John David Vance, who's just another guy who wants more power. It's just been sickening for me to watch. And I'm on my own journey. So I've been working on some things that I want to launch next year or in January. I have been in some real quiet time and some real discernment about cutting off problem people and paying attention to, that's not even the right word. It's a deeper discernment, and I'm not quite sure what the biblical term for it is, but when you have advanced to a way of awakening, that you see things in a very deep light, in terms of how folks are and how far they're willing to go for stuff, for money, to use people for things that they want to have, that they don't reciprocate. And trying to talk to some people about stuff of which they will never take ownership. And that has been a pattern in their life, that they take no ownership, that they want to blame everybody else for everything. Like I've just been in this mode this past weekend. A lot of it is because I'm battling my own health right now. And so, a lot of I'm battling breast cancer, and the support groups talk a lot. I had a really good, powerful discussion this week with one of my doctors about cutting off the areas of our life or people in our lives that are no longer, and stop questioning myself over things when generous people who try to help other people are normally the folks that get taken advantage of a lot. And that has happened with me an awful lot. But on one hand, I have thought about, I'm just never going to have anything to do with any of this stuff and people anymore. But the other hand is watching what happened this week with Vice President Harris. There are people who show up for her in huge ways. I saw Beyonce and Kelly Rowland last night. So I have faith that we are heading in the right direction. I hope that I'm kind of all over the place today. I've just had a lot in my spirit this past week. I saw Bakari Sellers made a post saying that Vice President Harris is actually winning, even though everything on TV says she's not. So, it's just a really crazy time. I will be on election night doing some coverage of the election. So you'll hear more about it here in the next week. We'll be promoting it. I'm going to be on with Rainier Avenue Radio and break down the first Black woman president. So I'll keep you posted on all of that. But I just kind of I just didn't know if many of you are having kind of the same, there's an astrology word for it too, when maybe something like a retrograde or something where you're just really feeling some things and you're giving yourself permission to act on it. And then when you do, oh my God, I acted on something this week that I knew when I hit the send button, I knew at that moment that it was going to break a relationship with somebody. And I was prepared for that because I've watched their patterns and I've seen what they do to other people and what they frankly have done to me several times when I don't obey them or agree with them. And so I've started paying attention really closely to those kind of people because hurt people hurt people. But I'm just, just kind of done with that chapter of my life. It's been a really tough year for me, from my physical health to growing my show Heartbeat to securing a place that I'm going to actually be hosting it from. I'm so excited about some of the things that are on my docket for 2025. I am going to be taking on this new role. You're all going to be happy to hear it. So there's a lot of good. The good comes after the bad, or what is it? There's a storm before the blessings show, something like that. Anyhow, I just wanted to come on here and say hi, go get my photo shoot done so I can get my jammies on and have a good weekend. So you all have a good weekend too. Let me know how you're doing and how you're feeling about this election. Okay,